So I'm just going to do a little get ready with me, have a little chat, and I just want to take a moment to thank you guys for your support on that post I put up on the community tab. I did film a Get Ready With Me straight afterwards, which I haven't played back yet. So I don't know if I'm going to edit it and upload it. I may have, I may not have, I don't know. At this precise moment, because I feel like I was in a very petty mood at the time. I feel like there are a few things that I need to explain. So I'm going to quickly try and do that as concisely as possible. I've just put on the Miracle Cream again, and I'm going to try again with the Plumping Tinted Serum from L'Oreal, see if we can get on a little bit better with this, because that's what I used in my last Get Ready With Me. It does smell quite alcohol-y, a bit like that concealer did that really stung my eyes, if anyone remembers that. So when I said in that post that I need to make it work or give everything up, what I mean by that is I have invested a lot of time and money into becoming self-employed, and as yet have not been able to achieve it. Although to be fair, I did only actively start trying to become self-employed in 2015, August of 2015, right before I found out I was pregnant with Luna. So yeah. So in all fairness, with having 3 children in the time frame, I haven't really been able to give it a fair shot. I don't have the luxury anymore of just being able to up sticks and quit my job and go gung-ho with being self-employed. I need to have a safety net in place to be able to do it, and that is what caused the argy-bargy, shall we say. I keep having a look over my shoulder in case a child's sneaking into the room. They have a tendency to do that. Let's grab a mirror and see how we're doing with this blend. It definitely looks a bit nicer on skin second time round, maybe because I've actually applied enough the first time. It's definitely a no makeup type look. And probably would look nicer on a younger skin. Or maybe I just need to do a bit of a skin reset, because I haven't done one in ages. So as I was saying, I don't have the luxury of just diving into something. I need the safety net there. So that was one of the reasons I kind of pushed doing the YouTube, because all I need the YouTube to do is cover the basics. And to get it to cover the basics wouldn't be a tremendous feat, you know? We aren't talking about needing millions of subscribers. We aren't talking about needing every video to hit 200,000 views or nothing. My average CPM, or is it RPM? I basically, there's the money that the advertiser pays per 1,000 views, and then there's the money I potentially get per 1,000 views, and that figure for me is always between £5 and £9. So per 1,000 views I can earn between £5 and £9. So in effect I would only need 10,000 views per day on that fluctuating range to I would actually make more than I would working full-time at my current job. And 10,000 views in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of YouTube, isn't huge. It is something you have to work towards. But it's also something that you're not going to achieve if you're not uploading content, and that's where our sort of disconnecting communication comes in. Now that I have this setup, which is what this area was always meant to be when we moved in 5 years ago, if I was able to do this 5 years ago, then it would be a whole different kettle of fish, I suppose. But let's not look at what could have been, eh? Nothing good ever comes of that. I'm actually going to put on some powder this time. Take down the shine ever so slightly. But as it stands, do you know that in the last year I've only uploaded 32 videos? I mean, maybe slightly more now that by the time this video goes up, but about 32 videos. I had 10,000 views on my channel. I made a total of like £51. Whereas if I look back at August of 2015, I was getting 8,000 views a month. So having that irregularity in upload really, really hurt my channel. It totally squashed the trajectory that my channel was on. And I just want the opportunity to rectify that, you know? See, the actual making of the video, producing the content, doesn't actually take all that much time. But if there are continuous interruptions, if I suddenly have to stop, keep coming back, my battery will die, and it takes a while before I can get back to it. Of course, lighting has always been a factor. My own personal mood is a factor. So, because a point he raised was, I spend hours doing this and produce nothing. It's like, yeah, it's because I'm having to squeeze it in. Whereas if I have a designated time to do it in, it's done, you know? And that's all I'm asking for. It's just an hour, 2 hours a day. That's all. Apart from like my get ready with me's and haul videos, my videos don't tend to be that long. So giving me an hour to 2 hours to film a batch of content, I'm not asking the earth, am I? Not asking the earth. The editing part, again, doesn't take that long. It's the processing. It's not up yet, but it'll be up soon. The palette collection video, by golly, that took 10 hours to export out of my editing software. Whew. It was 2 hours of footage. I had to edit it down. So circling back to my initial point, the reason I want YouTube to cover the basics is because if I've covered the basics, then I can quit my job, which means I can then focus on the writing portion, which will be the portion that brings in the real income. Now again, I'm not talking stellar amounts. I can't remember the exact figures off the top of my head, but it doesn't take a whole... Like, I love writing, before anyone gets a bee in their bonnet that I'm just doing this for money. I love writing. I have content coming out of just spilling out of my ears. Content just spilling out of my ears. Be it blog posts for beauty, motivation, mum life, or fiction. Like, there is a project that I'm working on for British female youths that I've spoken to a few teachers about, and they're seriously excited about it. But if I don't make it, it's never going to get made, right? And again, I don't really want to lay out my entire hand because I don't want to, give it away. And as I've said before, the more you tell people about what you're going to do, the more your brain thinks you've already done it, so you never do it. Your brain has gotten the gratification of completing a task it hasn't completed yet. So I'm going to go in with the Plush Like Me palette. I have been seriously enjoying this palette. I don't know if my haul video will be up yet. We'll see. I honestly don't know sometimes. And since, today is Sunday, we had this argument on Thursday. And since then, I have never been more productive in my life because I have that I'm going to show you attitude at the moment. So yeah, I'm filming these videos now. I've already got almost 2 weeks worth of blog posts lined up. I have a bunch of promotion coming up with an affiliate code, which I'm looking forward to sharing. I will link it in the info box actually. It is the Sarah Cannon HB90 method. It's a course that I took back in March. It was game changing. It was life changing. It's kind of these things where you get the puzzle pieces of how a technique works, but you can't quite fit it together. This course gives you the map to put the puzzle pieces together and make the technique work. And I've been using it for the last 3 months and I have gotten more done. I mean, granted, I haven't completed a lot of things, but I've gotten more things done in the last 3 months than I have done in years. And I'll talk about that in upcoming videos. I might do one on this channel, but this channel is mostly beauty related, and so I'll either do it on my writing channel or on my lifestyle channel. The only reason I'm doing this sort of personal videos because it's where most of you guys are. So yeah. Now the reason that it is a boom or bust situation is that he feels I'm taking my time away from the kids, my time away from the home, which I totally understand. After we talked about it a bit more afterwards, and he could totally have expressed himself a lot more eloquently than he did. He just bluntly laid out his facts in as polite way as he could at the time, because he was raging, I was raging, and I'm still a bit hacked off about the whole thing. But if that's how he feels, he should have said something sooner. I don't understand why people sit on issues. Just speak up, get it sorted, If we talked about this weeks ago, I could have fixed it. Something he kept coming back to is, you always say you have this stuff to do. What stuff? And I was like, well, do you want me to give you an itemized list? Do you want an itemized list? Because it's like 1,000 tasks long. And every time that I don't get the time I've scheduled for, that list just gets longer. So, it's the 6-week challenge. We're going to do this. We're going to be triumphant. It's going to be successful. Throughout June on this channel, there is going to be daily videos, most of which are already recorded and uploaded. I just need to fill in the info boxes, and I've just not had the time to sit down and fill in the info boxes. There's a few other videos that need filming, but they're mostly already done. On my writing channel, I'm going to be doing a 30-day vlog of writing. I'm challenging myself to write 5,000 words a day, because I want these writing projects to be finished. And if I meet my targets, I could potentially finish all 3 writing projects in June, which would just be astounding. But we'll see if that comes off. But let's not get our hopes up too soon. And I don't know if I'll have put that video up, but if I haven't, I'll just touch on it here, because it is a bit of a woo-woo mind frame. Whenever I get a boost of get up and go, shall we say, whenever I am on my journey to my ideal life, it's almost as if he's triggered, like he's scared. He's always coming from a place of lack. He's scared that things are going to go tits up and that we're going to end up destitute or whatever. And I totally understand that. But you have to have faith in the process sometimes. Okay? Nobody did anything great by staying in comfort zones. I forget what the real quote is, but it's about that sentiment. Staying in your comfort zone isn't gonna make change in your life. And I've always had a very concrete idea of how I want my life to be, how I want my children, how I want to raise my children. And I know that they're our children. But I always have a concrete idea of how I want to live, and being on benefits and living in council housing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with council housing unless it's, full of bugs and damp. But anyone else who lives in council housing, you all know what they say. It's just condensation, open your windows. Yeah, open my window, just so I have to whack up the heating. Great idea. That's just what I'll do, eh? I've always wanted to own a house with stairs and a garden. And my plan has evolved to, I want there to be a bedroom and a bathroom downstairs, preferably a wet room, because then I can have my dad come live with us. Because my dad is a stroke survivor, and to be quite frank, he's not doing too great. He's all alone, and he's on the other side of the city, and health-wise, actual health-wise, he's fine in terms of medical health. In terms of physical health, he's becoming very restricted in his mobility, and I know he's going to need to be looked after properly, and I want to be able to provide that for him. And to be perfectly honest, in the career that I'm currently in, which is schlepping coffee for ungrateful suits, no offense to anyone who works in offices, these aren't all awful. I'm never going to earn more than minimum wage. It's just never going to happen. There is no avenue of promotion. So unless I make my own opportunity, it's not going to come knocking at my door. I didn't put on any face products. let's sort that. Let's rectify that. Let's do some Corda Rosa stuff. I'm going to take the blush Corda Rosa and whack some of that on. Oh wow, that's pigmented. Let's draw on some of the bronzer from the Nudegasm. Last time I used the Nudegasm, I was not liking the blush in it. It's just a touch too glowy. And I don't know how I feel about this bronzer. It's more like it looks quite warm in the pan, more of like a neutral bronzer, but it was quite muddy on the face for me. Maybe more into the summer when I get a bit of a tan, it might look a bit better. So, wish me luck going forward. We are going to go gung-ho. We are firing on all cylinders to make this work. And I can feel a series on time management coming up in my future on my lifestyle channel. So keep an eye out for that. Trying to use my viewfinder as a mirror for a nude gloss. Oh, whatever, it's fine. Anyways, I'm going to film a few more videos and then I will be donezo for the day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.